Thank you very much. Today we are looking at assessing agricultural grants and funding for small farms. And our key takeaway today, we are going to look at the list of top grants you can apply for in 2025, especially the one related to agriculture. Then we'll look at top 7 preparation before applying. Then how to pass due diligence stage of different application. So this free webinar is brought to us by Remote Agric Integrated Service Limited. So Remote Agric is a platform where, by God's grace, I'm the CEO. I also have a co-founder where we come together to solve practical agricultural problems, especially food insecurity in Nigeria and by extension in Africa. And we are ensuring that we create opportunities for people to participate in agriculture either actively or remotely. So my first statement today will be that you tell yourself this, that in 2025, you find a way to participate in agriculture, either actively or remotely. The reason is simple, because currently we have food insecurity problem in our country. The foods available, apart from the fact that they are expensive, a lot of them are also not that quality. And I'm going to be showing you practical example from some of the research we have done and some of the works we do in the agri space in the short period of time that we started. All right. So in 2025, find a way to participate in agriculture, either actively or remotely. In the olden days, one way or the other, people in the village, they have farms at their backyard, they have farms in the bush. People in the city, one way or the other, they are actively connecting to people in the village to increase food productivity. But today, so many things have happened and those connections are not there again. So let's move on. So in Remote Agric, so the way the seminar is going to structured, I'm going to tell you what we do in Remote Agric. Then we have the lecture. Then we'll also re-emphasize what we have in Remote Agric. At the end of the day, we'll open the floor for question and answer. So in Remote Agric, Remote Agric started about 3 months ago. So within the space of 3 months, we've launched 2 projects, and then within that space, we have done a lot of activity that has really helped to move the company forward. And this is the first time we'll be having this free webinar where we are also trying to support the agricultural ecosystem in terms of finances and also sharing the opportunity that we have. So in Remote Agric, we are into agro-processing, crop production, livestock farming, remote farming services, agricultural consultancy and advisory, agri-logistics and supply chain management, agri-tourism and eco-real estate development, agricultural training, education and capacity building, agro input supply, seeds, fertilizers, pesticide and distribution. So these are our focus in Remote Agric. And that's the reason why we are bringing you this free seminar as part of our capacity building intervention to help us in our agri venture. So when we started 3 months ago, the first project we launched is YAM Farm, Own a YAM Farm Remote Agri Project. So I'm going to talk about this, and I'll also talk about the second project that we have in the animal farming. And between that period, we will now launch into getting grants for small farms. All right, so for the yam farm, some of us on this call, we're already part of this yam farm cycle. So the cycle is from October 2024 to October 2025. And then a heap of yam or a heap is what we call 1 unit. So with 1,300, you can get a heap of yam. And at harvest, minimum we can sell that yam is 2,000 naira. But let me show you more interesting research that we have done. Now, this year, this is one of our harvests that we did on our yam farm in Ile-Ife, Osun State. So our farm is in Opa-Alakowe community of Ile-Ife, Osun State. Some of us that we are familiar with Osun State and Ile-Ife environment, you will know this axis. So this particular yam I'm showing you is one of our harvests for this year. But this year's yam farm was not for commercial production. It's for replanting. All right. So if replanting can be like this, now begin to think of how big the commercial farm plantation will look like. Now, let's talk about quality of yam from our research. You see this particular yam, this particular one, we purchased this 3,000 naira per 1 yam, 3,000 naira. Upon cutting it, in less than 30 seconds, the face begin to change this. It changed to this color. Now, from Remote Agric yam, after like 10 minutes of cutting the yam is as white as snow. So I'm trying to tell you that even the quality of the agricultural produce we have outside there, we cannot guarantee of those quality. And that's the reason why we need to support any platform trying to engage in primary production and helping to bring out quality products to the farm. So this time around, it's yam that we started with, and we've added another from the animal farm aspect. I'll also talk about that. So if you want to join this, if you are in the WhatsApp group, the document that explains this is already in that WhatsApp group. So you have to just go through it, then you ask questions. So maximum unit you can come in with is 1,000 units. That's 1.3 million. And the minimum unit you can come with is 10 units. That is 13,000 naira. So 10 units means that you have 10 heaps of yam farm. 1,000 units means that you have 1,000 heaps of yam farm. If you do 125, you have 125 heaps of yam farm. So this is what we started with 3 months ago. And within that short period of time, we have built a lot of people have come in. Just last week, a woman did 1,000 units. A woman did 1,000 units. So she's proud and she can boast and talk about the fact that she's contributing to primary production of food in Nigeria because she has 1,000 heaps of yam farm. Are we getting the thing now? So let me just give us like a breakdown of what it is, because some people, they like the question, what is the ROI? You know, they like the ROI side of things. So this calculation is for the person that did 1,000 units. So with 1,000 units at harvest, you are going to have 1,000 big yams. If we sell it at minimum price of 2,000 naira, you are going to have 2 million naira in terms of sales. Then we charge 10% on marketing and logistics, which is 200,000. Then your money will remain 1.8 million. The initial money you started with is 1.3 million. So your profit within the farming season is 500,000. So that means your ROI is 38.46%. Now, this is a simple calculation for people that might still have interest in part of our yam farm. Now, because farming has seasons, to be part of this yam farm, you have to come in before ending of December, 31st of December. After 31st of December, we will not be able to take in any new person into this. So if you have question, prepare to ask me question later when we are done. Now, another one that we launched last month is own a pig farm remotely. This one is a wonderful one because unlike the yam farm, this one the yam farm you can actually have your yam. That means if you want yam back, and a lot of people have picked that option, you will actually have your own yam sent to you. You pay for the logistics. But for pig farm, the unit is 2,000 naira per unit, and it's 1 kg that is a unit. At maturity, the maturity is 7 months, you will be having 2,500 naira as your sales from it. So these are some of the participating pig farm that all these farms, they are in Ile-Ife, Osun State, all right? And by February in 2025, we are planning that some of our remote farmers will be able to come in for a field visit. Then for people that are in far distance, you can do virtual visits. We'll do live streaming. You'll be able to see some of these things yourself. These are pig farms. So for the pig, you can come in at any time. It doesn't have deadline like we have for the yam. But the pig is run in cycle. So for example, a cycle will start by January. Those people are already paying now. So for the pig, the minimum is 10 units, that's 20,000. The maximum is 1,000 units, that's 2 million. So you can decide to be part of this. If you have question, we'll be available to answer it. The document explaining this is on the WhatsApp group. If you are here, you are not yet on the WhatsApp group, please feel free to tell the person that sent you this link to add you to the WhatsApp group for Remote Agric. So let's dive down into assessing agricultural farms. So I want to do a statistics now. If you have a registered farm, like registered with CSC, type 1. If you don't have a registered farm, type 2. If you have a registered farm with CSC, type 1. If you don't have a registered farm, type 2. Let me see. So if you have a registered farm with CSC, type 1. If you don't have a registered farm, type 2. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of 2s, just few ones. Okay, 2. I'm seeing a lot of 2. Now, the first thing you want to do, if you really, really want to access funding for small farms, is the fact that you have to be registered with CSC. It's not enough that I have 2 acres of cassava plantation and you are not registered. It's not enough. They are not going to recognize you that way. I've been doing farming for 10 years and you are not registered with CSC. They are not going to recognize you that way. So you want to be sure that you have that's the reason why I said how to pass the due diligence stage. Most of the time, they will not come to your farm to see what you are doing. What they want to see are the things you can show them virtually, like your CAC registration, your bank account, your website, and things like that. And I'm going to be using Remote Agric as an example. Remote Agric launched about 3 months ago. Within that 3 months, we have done some things that I will share with you on this platform that is going to position, if you do the same for your company, your agri farm, is going to position that farm for funding, because it's all about positioning. I've heard stories of how people started an idea. In 6 months, the idea received 250,000 US dollar in 6 months. I've seen another one in 3 months, one about 1,500 USD in grants in 3 months of working on an idea. You understand now? So, but there are some things they do on this idea for it to be successful, to win such funding. So, number one, you need to be registered. So, if you are not registered today and you want my company to register it for you, business name registration is 30,000 naira. So, you can always reach out to me. We'll do that for you. In 2 to 3 weeks, your document will be out. You understand now? So that's the first thing. Now let's look at our outline. List of top grants to apply for in 2025. Top 7 preparation before applying. How to pass due diligence stage of each application. Now, what is grant? I love to define grant as free money. But this community toolbox of CTBKU Edu, they said a grant is a sum of money given to an agency or individual to address a problem or need in the community. A grant proposal is a written document prepared to ask for the money funding. Grants are not synonymous with contracts. Grant funding is available via both public and private sector. Yes, so you are going to have the recording, Utibe. You are going to have the recording, don't worry. All right, so these are the things that Community Toolbox explain about grants. Now, I like to define it as free money to support your business. But I want to emphasize on addressing a problem. If you are in the agri space, your idea, what kind of problem is the idea addressing? So, for example, for us in Remote Agric, we are addressing primary food production. We want food to be available in Nigeria. So, we are targeting primary food production. So, the problem around it is what we are trying to solve. We want food to be available. So, it could be as simple as that. Your idea doesn't have to be, so the uniqueness of how you are approaching it is very important, but the real problem doesn't need to be something out of this world. Just look for an existing problem and begin to arrange how to solve that problem. Now, list of top grants to apply for in 2025. So there are categories of these grants. So we have government grants. Some of us have benefited from this in the past. I remember when I started out in consulting, the first grant then was UWIN grant by Jonathan government then. And we work with a lot of farmers. They received money. In fact, a lot of poultry farmers, they received 10 million, 8 million, like that. And they didn't even know anybody. All right. So that was my first experience of working. Yes, Sharon says you win. Thank you. That was my first experience of engaging people with government grants. Now, over the years, those grants has reduced. They have turned into loan. And even in this new government, they did something for youths. they call it Nigeria Youth Investment Fund. I will still talk about it. People have applied, but till now, they've not released any money, either the loan or the grant or equity investment. Till now, people have not received anything. So one way or the other, we cannot rely too much on government grants, all right? Then we have NGO and donor grants. This one is very strategic because they can give you a lot of money. Some of us have heard of donor funding before, and they give agric projects. So if you have ideas, for example, of recent, I was talking to rice farmers, rice processors, rice millers in Kano State. And some of them, they want to give them a donor funding matching grant to help them to support them to have what we call this form of agriculture where you gather people together, they farm for you, then you buy their products at the end of the day as a company. So the matching grant was for that purpose. Are you getting it now? So I want us to focus more on that. Then private sector funding. So there are some funding in the private sector that is contract farming. Thank you very much, Deborah. Contract farming. So imagine they are supporting you to go and do contract farming elsewhere. You know, these are opportunities that exist. Then we have research grants. These research grants are for people in the Agricultural Research Institute and in our institution, they have grants. Then cooperative too also have grants. Now, all these grants are available. It's just that we are not looking for it. It is what you are looking for that you will see. And I'm going to show you how to look for them. Now, I've listed some of the grants here that you can research on your own. If you really want to, you can do a screenshot of this and then later you research them. If you're on the WhatsApp group, I'm going to share this slide as well as this recording so that you can go through it again. So anything on food innovation award, Global Food Innovation Award, different organizations used to do food innovation. They are targeting the agri space. When you hear USAID, African development, all this, even the state government, they are doing things. We have SMEDA conditional grant scheme. We have small grants for Africa Heritage Project. Now, you might need to Google all these things to read more about them. The Tony Elumelu Foundation. So let me talk about Tony Elumelu Foundation because I've won these grants before. And we've worked with a lot of people that have won it, even for, in fact, agriculture used to top the list of people that they used to pick every year for Tony Elumelu Foundation. It's $5,000 grant. Now, immediately after you win, the TAF grant started, and they said they would do it for 10 years. So this year, hence the 10th year of Tony Elumelu Foundation giving out grants. So we don't know if they will do in 2025. We don't know. And if they will do, because they have partners, and those partners, they always have their focus, their criteria, and stuff like that. So let's just watch out for them in 2025. Then we have GAIN micro grant for empowerment. We have Pitch Agric Arc Challenge. So there are some things you will need. I'm still going to talk about them when you are applying for things like this. Some of them is pitch deck. Some of them is business plan. Some we can even say you should answer their own question in form of question and answer. Their own business plan is in form of question and answer. So we have IUT Africa Challenge, Growing Fund. This growth fund is a funding that targets agriculture and is a loan. They fund cassava projects. They fund a lot of projects like that. So you might want to Google them. Then we have the NISA, Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk Sharing System for Agriculture. Some of us have received a kind of funding from NISA before, and we just need to research them. Now, you see, in 2025, there are new grants that will come out. New grants that people have not applied for before. I work with, based on my other business, not remote, Remote Agric was started 3 months ago. My other business, which is in consulting, there is a lady that we worked with this year. She has won 3 grants, each of them $5,000 each. There's one of the grant that is this year that they started it, and she's part of the first beneficiary of that grant. She won $5,000 grant from that particular grant. And what is she doing? She's not in the agri space anyway. She's in another space, but that particular grant also is for women alone. And if your business is in the agricultural space and you write your proposal very well, they might pick you as well. Now, this particular one, Climate Launchpad Nigeria, there is another of my mentee. He became number 3rd position in Nigeria. This climate, anywhere you see climate, any grant targeted to climate change and all that, most of the time, they have a link to agriculture. Or if there is a way you can link your project into climate change, how is your project being affected by climate change? All right. So it was number 3rd position for that. And in fact, he was sharing with me the criteria. Let me just give you the criteria. Number 1, they are going to do a pitch deck. Number 2, they are going to submit their website for their business, for their agri business. And number 3, they are going to do a video. So those are the three things they mark to pick winner. Now, another one, MasterCard Foundation Funds for Resilience and Prosperity. This particular one is not for small farms. This particular one is for big farms, because the money they want to give you is also big. They can give you up to 500,000 US dollar. So we also work with a particular agri company to apply for this one, because the criteria is a lot. I talk about due diligence. I'm going to talk about it very soon. So if, for example, if your business is not up to 2 years and you don't have audited financial statement for 2 years, you can apply for this MasterCard Foundation Fund. Are you getting the thing now? So, but let's move on. This theory, I want you to research more on them. For example, Nigeria Youth Investment Fund is the one that I said people have applied, but they have not seen results. They can give you up to 3 million as grants for your crop farming, livestock, agro-processing, agri-tech. People have applied because we've worked with a lot of people that have applied, but no result yet. Now, Central Bank of Nigeria Anchor Borrowers Program. Now, some people have benefited from this in the past. You just want to position if they will open it again. You see, when we talk about grants, every time it's not about money, it's not 100% about money. Some can give you free training. Some can give you seedlings or seed. For example, maize seed, rice seed, they can dash you seedlings. Some can give you pesticide, herbicide, and things like that. Anything that will help your farming activity can be part of what they will give to you as grants. So it's not every time that it has to be money. All right. I remember the first major opportunity I got some years ago was a training in Lagos Business School. A particular bank, I think Diamond Bank then, paid for us, 50 of us were selected for that opportunity. So we pay a matching uh, payment of 10%. I think the training was ₦1 million. That's like 2015 now. The training was ₦1 million. Diamond Bank paid like 800,000. We now paid, I think we paid 80,000 or thereabout for that program that time. So these are opportunities. Then the Tony Elumelu Foundation, like I said, by 1st of January, just go and study their website if they will announce any of their opportunity again that people can benefit from. Now, I cannot exhaust all the grants that you can apply for your small farms. So there are places where they post information about all these grants almost every day. They are posting something. So the first one is funds for NGO. When you get there now, you will see a lot of opportunities and their deadlines. MSMEAfricaOnline.com is another good platform. They have been consistent. It's a new platform, but they have been consistent over the years that they've started. Then we have the opportunities for Africans.com. Go to this website, follow them on social media, study them every week, every Monday. Go there and look for new things there. Then opportunitydex.org. These websites are the recommended websites. I want you to subscribe to their mailing list. Be receiving emails from them regularly. And if you do this, you will be receiving information on companies and organizations that are giving out grants for small farms and all that. So let's move on. If you are following what I'm saying, just type "I'm following." Type that in the meeting chat. If you are following what I'm saying, just type "I'm following, I'm following." I want to be sure that we are following and we are engaging. Just type "I'm following" if you are following what I'm saying. Okay, Faintolu, I'm following. Ni, I'm following. Shem, I'm following. Kisley, I'm following. All right. Prefer, Ephraim, and Adewale, thank you very much for following. So the next thing I want to talk about on our outline is top 7 preparation before applying. See, you need to prepare. It's not just going to come and then they will come and be begging you. Anything you did not apply for, there is no way you can be part of it. All right. So the first thing is you develop a comprehensive business plan. This is very important. Currently in my organization, we're running a promo throughout this December. I will still share the promo with us. We're running a promo where you can get your business plan and your pitch deck for just 150,000 naira, the two of them combined. So you need to have your business plan. Then you need to build a strong pitch deck. You see, a lot of these opportunities, they will just ask you to upload your pitch deck. And if you are not prepared and the thing is closing tomorrow, and today is when you now start developing your pitch deck, it might not be strong enough, it might not be compelling enough. The presentation, your business case and business value must be creative. One of the things we did for Remote Agric was to create a strong pitch deck for it. We created a strong pitch deck for it. We did a website for it as well. We did a website for in 3 months. The website has to be ready. We created a logo for it. All right. We created a logo for it. Then we are working on our bank account opening as well. So all these things in space of 3 months, because my target for Remote Agric is that in space of 6 months, we want to win our first grant, first major grant. All right. So you need a strong pitch deck. Then gather relevant documentation like your CAC registration, tax identification number, and your financial records. One of the things you need to know is that nobody will put money into something that is not registered, something that doesn't have good financial record. So if you are an existing farms, for example, do you have records? Yesterday, somebody called me. The person saw my Remote Agric activity. All right. So the person now called. So the person is one of the branch manager for the Agric desk of one of the leading banks in Nigeria. So it's one of my senior colleagues. He called me. So we started talking. I told him about this event that I'm having. So he said that you need financial records before the bank can even have anything to do with you. So his desk is into agriculture. Not many of you didn't know that I studied Agric in school. So my first degree is in agriculture. My second degree is master's in business administration, and I'm currently rounding up my third degree in doctorate in business administration. So a lot of people don't know that my background is in Agric. So this person that called me is my senior colleague in Agric. We study Agric together in Ife. He's my senior colleague. When I was in 200 level, this person is in 400 level. So he's now in the bank where he works, is now the branch manager for the Agric desk. So if they will release any Agri funding, it's going to pass through his desk in Southwest. You understand now? What is mentioning is financial record. Financial record. So everything you have been doing in your farm, are you keeping records? One of the things I'm doing for Remote Agric is everything that we are doing, we are paying for, we are keeping receipts, records, we are keeping records because they will need it. Understand grant requirement. When you go to those websites, read their eligibility criteria and guidelines carefully. There are some, they will tell you if you are above 40, don't apply. There are some, they will say if you are below 18, don't apply. There are some, age is not a barrier. They will just say, go and apply. So you need to be careful about the criteria so that you are sure you are within that criteria. So this is our December promo for business plan and pitch deck. So normally, for some of you that have patronized us before, you know that we have most of our business plan alone, we can charge you 300K on it for business plan alone. All right. So, but this time around for this December, both business plan and pitch deck, we are giving you the two together for 150,000 naira only. So if you want to be part of this, the phone number to call is down here, 081 05636015. That's the phone number to call, or you send us an email at dialogue@gmail.com. That is how to access this promo. By 31st of December, the promo will end. So we'll go back to our normal prices. All right, so as we continue in our preparation, strengthen your online presence. One of the things we did for Remote Agric was immediately we created the logo, we went to create our social media presence and our website. All right. So for our website, you can go to remoteagric.ng. You see our website there. When you are applying for opportunities, if you have a website, they trust what is on your website than any other thing. They believe that for you to invest in a good website, that means you are doing something serious. Then we have that you collaborate with a mentor or consultant. Don't do it alone. I'm here for you. Let's work together. Some of our clients are on this call. We have worked together in the past, and some of them have even received grants. They are here on this call. They've received grants. When you work together with mentors and consultants, they will guide you in refining your application. And the last one is draft a persuasive application. Highlight how your business aligns with the grant objective. All people that want to give you money, they have an objective. They have the reason why they want to give you that money. So you want to be sure that you align with that objective. They want your business to employ a lot of people. So if you go and present an idea that will only employ you and your wife alone, they are not going to pay attention to it. So it must be a business that employ people. Some, it might just be that they want to solve problem in the agric space. If you are a fashion designer and you submit application to an agric grant, they will not pick you because agric is their objective. Now, let's look at how to pass the due diligence stage of application. You see, this stage is very important because I lost about 12,000 US dollar just because of this stage. There is a particular grant then. I used one of my agri business to apply then. And I told them that I'm selling ofada rice. So that was what I was doing then. I was selling ofada rice. But I was not selling my own brand of ofada rice. I was just selling people's ofada rice then. So when I wrote my application and I submitted, they loved my idea and all that. So during the due diligence stage, we went there physically. I now went with the type of rice I'm selling, not knowing that they want my own brand of rice, not somebody else's rice. And that was it. Because I couldn't show my own packaging. That was how I lost that grant. Are you getting it now? So due diligence is a stage that when you have finished writing and writing, they will now ask you, submit this, submit that, submit this document, come for interview. To ensure accuracy of information, double check all your figures, your claims, and your documentation. If you say you are registered with CAC and they come for interview, they want you to show them physical copy of your CAC. If you can't show it to them, they might just think that you are playing. All right? Maintain transparent financial record. There are some that they can ask you for audited statement and back record if available. I remember during COVID time, my organization won a Facebook grant. This Facebook grant, the only thing they asked us to submit, apart from your CAC registration and all those things, the only major thing that I saw that they asked us to submit was our bank statement. Bank statement. Not even audited statement. They just say, submit your 6-month bank statement. And based on that bank statement, you will know if your company is actually working or not. From the salaries you are paying, from the inflow that comes into your business. If you say you are selling something, money should come in. And that's the reason why I will encourage you, when you have your bank account, ensure that all your transactions pass through your bank account. Some of you, it's all these mobile fintech platform that you are using for transaction. You are not taking your money through your major account and let that money pass through it. The day you will need it, they might not accept those mobile money that is in your own name. If it's the name of the company, it's fine. But in your own name, they will not accept it. So that was how they gave us about all the total package was Facebook gave us cash and gave us free Facebook ads that we can run Facebook ads that time. So these are opportunities, and that was the last time they did that opportunity that time. It was the first and the last. So in 2025, new things will come up. Are you prepared for it? Demonstrate legal and regulatory compliance. Provide evidence of tax compliance and regulatory certification. If you are in the food business, you might want to have your NAFDAC, all right? You want to have things like that. Then the next one, prove operational capacity. Showcase your team. This is very important. When I started Remote Agric, the first thing I did was to look for a co-founder. Co-founder. They want your team, all right? They want your team to be able to have people of capacity, people that have capacity. So your team, your processes, and your ability to implement the project. So any project you are applying for, you must be able to demonstrate that your team have that capacity to be able to do it. So in Remote Agric, for example, my co-founder is the one that goes to farm every day. Every day he goes to farm. Why I face fundraising aspect, we want to market anything. I'm at the forefront of marketing. We want to raise money. Currently, we are raising money from three major thing. Okay, Oluwaseun says send your presentation. So Oluwaseun, ensure that you are on the WhatsApp group for Remote Agric. That's where we are going to send the presentation, and that's where we are also going to send the video link. So if somebody share this with you, let them share with you the link for our WhatsApp group for Remote Agric. So that's where we are going to send it. Thank you. So I'm trying to tell us how my co-founder and my own skill complements. So in Remote Agric, we are selling anything. We are looking for investors. We are looking for loan. We are looking for grants. I'm at the forefront of that. Day-to-day operation, going to farm every day, my co-founder is in charge of that. So when you are applying, they want to see this kind of complementary effort. Olufunga say, can somebody at Idea State get funding? Yes. So for example, the Tony Elumelu grant I won in 2016, it was at the idea stage. All right. I've not even registered the company. I've not registered the business job at that time when I received the grant. So now you also want to study the criteria. If the criteria say idea state can apply, then you apply. If the criteria says you must be existing for 2 years before you apply, then you have to wait for that. So ensure you read those things very well. Now we have highlight previous achievements. You see, this one is very important, including success stories, testimonials, and metrics of past projects. You see, when you are applying for grants, you need to demonstrate that you have done something successful before. I remember the Tony Elumelu I applied for that time as an idea. I was able to show them some things that shows that I have some form of success. Number one, I showed them my website. Number two, I showed them some of the trainings and certification I've done in the past. Are you getting the thing now? So you want to show success stories, testimonials, some of the things that they will know that the thing is going to help you. All right. These are the things that you are going to need. Be responsive and professional. respond promptly to queries, and submit additional documents when requested. So sometimes, some of us, we don't submit our application on time. All right. Some of us, they will ask for additional documents. We will not send it on time. But if you are prepared, then you'll be able to send it. All right. So now let's look at, we are gradually rounding up. I'm going to open the platform for question and answer very soon. I think Bola Tito was asking, how long is this session? This session is 2 hours from 5 to 7. So, but the presentation is within an hour. Then question and answer can end depending on how engaging the audience is in terms of questions. So if we have no question by 6, we should be done. But if we have question, we keep answering question until we are done before 7. Thank you. So as an example, I'm showing us, I'm using Remote Agric as an example because we are just starting, and I know some of you have projects that you are just starting. So I'm showing you what we are doing. So for example, this training now is one of the things that we are doing in Remote Agric. So if you want to ask us, what have we done before? We'll tell you we've done a capacity building project, which is this training. Are you getting the thing now? So we are making progress. So social impact of Remote Agric. Number 1, job creation and economic empowerment. This is one of the things that a lot of the grants want to see, that you are creating jobs and you are also promoting economic empowerment. This is what we do here in Remote Agric. By partnering with Remote Agric, more hands are needed on ground for land preparation, planting, harvesting, farming, maintenance, creating direct jobs opportunity for rural communities. This job provides stable income for farm workers and their families, contributing to local economic growth and empowerment. See the way I have crafted this information. Some of us, one of the things we need to be studying is the way people are talking about their idea, the way people are talking about their projects. All right. Now let's look at the second one. We are promoting food security. Remote farming increases agricultural production, helping to meet local and national food demand, especially for staple crops like yam. By contributing to the food supply chain, remote farming helps stabilize food prices, making essential foods more accessible and affordable for the population. Can you see the communication? This is how people win grants. Communication. How are you communicating your business, your idea? Let's look at this one again. You know, most of the grant, they will say, explain your business in 200 words, in 50 words. This is how you will answer it. We are empowering non-farmers to participate in agriculture. In remote farming, we open up opportunity for people who are not traditionally involved in agriculture to invest in and benefit from farming, promoting broader participation in the agricultural sector. This participation fosters a greater understanding of and support for sustainable agriculture and bringing the gap between urban and rural communities. And number 4, rural development and infrastructure improvement. We increase investment in rural areas, often lead to better infrastructure, as farming projects may encourage improvement in road, storage facility, local markets. This development uplifts entire community, making them more accessible and attractive for future economic activity and investment. You see, the way you communicate these things matters. Imagine if you want to give somebody grants now and somebody is writing all these things. You will believe that they are doing something great. All right, so as I begin to round up, our YAM, or the YAM Farm Project will be closing by 31st of December. You can still be part of it. Minimum package is 10 units. Maximum package is 1,000 units. And per unit is 1,300 per slot. If you need more information on the WhatsApp group, you will see our document there. Then we have own a pig farm project as well, where 1 unit is 2,000 naira. The same thing, minimum 10 units, then maximum 1,000 units as well. So if you want to contact us, our corporate head office is in 17 Community Avenue, Ilupejumago, Lagos Ibadan Expressway. And our farm operation is located at Opalakowe community of Ile-Ife at Takumosa, West Local Government of Osun State. So if you want to reach out to us, here is our contact 08060779290. Then you can follow us on all our social media handles to see what we are doing. Then you can send us mail at remoteagric2024@gmail.com. So before our question and answer, here is to remind you that our business plan and pitch deck promo is still ongoing at Diadetle Business Zone. You can get both for 150,000 instead of 300,000. You need these 2 documents for your business plan. If you already have, it will make sense for you to share it with us so that we review it for you at a token. All right. If you want to know how much we review documents, to share the documents is free, but to update the document is 50,000. We'll review both your pitch deck and your business plan for 50,000 naira so that it can be ready for 2025. That's if you have this already before. So you can always reach out to us to be part of this. So question and answer, the floor is open now. Oyediran say, I stay in Ife. Is the project open for inspection? The project is only open for people that have participated. So if you have purchased your own unit, yes. In fact, you can be coming every day. If you buy into the unit, you can be coming every day to the farm. All right. And another thing that we are working towards by February, there's going to be for all the people that have put in money. By February, we are gathering to come to the farm live and have a farm visit. But for people that will not be able to come, we are going to do virtual visits. That means we'll do a live streaming session where you can see what is going on during that physical visit to the farm as well. So Ediran will definitely talk and you can be part of the project. So the floor is open. You can unmute yourself. If you want to talk, you can raise up your hand. We'll give you opportunity to unmute yourself and you can ask questions. So it's going to start. You have questions based on assessing grant for your farm. You have questions based on remote agric projects. And don't worry, my co-founder is going to be live with us next week, Friday. That's 26 or 27 or 28 of December. All right, that's 27th of December. My co-founder is going to be live with us. We'll be looking at the second topic that we voted for in the group on how to have sustainable, profitable home farming. Let me get the topic right. Okay. Profitable dry season home farming ideas. So my co-founder will be live with us next week, Friday, the same time, 5 p.m. And you are going to be seeing real practical agricultural activity from some of the things that is going to share with us as well. So if you want to talk, raise up your hand. We'll give you the opportunity to unmute yourself. If you have question, you can type it in the meeting chat. We are here to answer your question. So who is going on? Who is going first? Who is going first? Who is going first? Let's ask questions. You can type your questions or you can raise up your hand, we unmute you and you can ask your questions. I know Bola Tito at some point was, you would like to ask questions or so. You have the floor now. You are the first person to join this call today. So if you like to ask any question, we'll unmute you. You have the floor to talk. All right, so if there is no question, my co-founder is here. Maybe we would like to say hi to the house before we close the meeting for today. Mr. Oluda Imdashiri, you're welcome, sir. Maybe you would like to say one or two things before we go. Olatito is here. Okay, let's hear you.
Hello,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay, good. Do you have any question? You are the first person to join the call today and you are still here. So we really appreciate you. Do you have
Okay,
any
I
question?
don't. It's not that I really have question, but somebody introduced me to this program today, so I said let me just know what they are
Join.
into.
Okay, thank you very, very much. So are you in the WhatsApp group?
I joined this evening.
Okay, nice.
I
So
joined
that
this evening.
you can have the replay and also the slide document as well.
Okay,
And all that. Thank you very much.
thank you too.
Yeah. So who else want to ask question? Like I said, you can type it in the meeting chat or you raise up your hand, will give you opportunity to unmute yourself. Okay, so we have a question now from Oluwashem. I have some colleagues who are interested in Agri and even planted varieties of Agri produce this year. Nice, nice. So like I said in my first statement, I said the outcome is not pleasant. Will you like to share more with us? Why is it not pleasant? What happened? And all that. You can mute yourself and maybe you can share more. Let's know what happened. Oluwaseun, you can mute yourself. You can, okay. Can I bring them together for you to talk to them? This model you are talking about is fantastic. Yes, so are you in the WhatsApp group as well so that we can have a chat after this call? All right. So let me know if you are in the group so that you'll be able to, but if you are not, let me just share my contact again. I am not. All right, so I will get your number now so that after now we would so I'll call you after now, then we can talk more about that. Mr. Olodare Mudashiru, would you like to say hi to the hour before we end the call tonight? I have a comment. Someone says I have a comment. Yes, go ahead. Deborah, where is Deborah? You can unmute yourself. Deborah Obise.
Hello.
Yes,
Good evening, sir, and thank you for the detailed explanation. I'm Deborah, and I'm based in Gombe. So,
Gombe.
yes.
Okay.
So mine is actually a comment, not a question. First, I
Okay.
want to really thank you for organizing this and organizing it free. It's a whole lot of information that we're getting on the platter. And I'm saying this because at present, I work for a USAID funded program. We
Okay.
do lots of funding for agric based firms, and also any tech enabled firms in relation to agric. And one major issues we've actually had with engaging most of these sectors um, are the things you highlighted, ranging from preparations, especially due diligence. It's a grant, but we pay attention to how articulate you are in handling your business. And I think that is one major issue, especially smallholder farmers or small, medium, and micro enterprises have. So I just wanted to use this opportunity to thank you for being very generous with this information. Thank you so much, sir.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining the call. We appreciate you. These are people that are the forefront of helping smallholder farmers receive grants and all that. So thank you so much for that comment. And you can see that what we are getting here today is something that people in the field can tell you that this is a good information for us. So you know that what we are getting here is not just anyhow information as well. Thank you so much for that comment, Deborah. We really, really appreciate that. And I don't know if you might want to share more on maybe if there is any maybe 2025 project you think some of our community here can benefit from, you want to share with us. We are open to that. Maybe you want to say one or two things towards that. Uh, all right. So, Deborah, would you like to say one or two things towards that? Maybe the project you worked on, if we can still benefit from it, and how do people apply, or if there's going to be an opening in 2025 that you think we can position for?
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So for now, I'm based in the north, in the northeast. We are focused in the northeast and the northwest. However, we have sister organizations that would be opening up calls from end of January through March. So I'm on the WhatsApp platform. So
Nice.
whenever the call comes out, I would share with you so you can share with the community. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Thank you so, so much. When people were introducing themselves, I can see that there's somebody from Kaduna, there's somebody from Abuja and all that. So definitely, like she said, she will anything that we can benefit from, she will be sharing with us. So we'll be putting it on the platform for us to be able to benefit from this, especially people in the north. I know there are a lot of projects in the north, like I was mentioning, something around rice farming that I went to do of recent in the north as well. I went to Kano. So there are a lot of things going on there. So if you are in the north, don't let some of these opportunities slip you by. So just ensure that you are part of the community and will continue to engage. So we are going to end the call now. Thank you everyone for joining us. We really appreciate. So by next week, Friday, same time, we are going to be having another section, and it's going to be a powerful section as well, where you'll be having my co-founder engaging us on a practical topic that has to do with farming. Our boss today says, I joined late due to low battery, but can you please add me to the WhatsApp platform? Well done. So what I will do now is to drop the WhatsApp link on the group before I close it for people that have not joined. So I will drop the link before I close this meeting today. So just stay by while I get the information. Let's stay by. Um, hmm. Okay, so let me drop this here. So if you are not on the WhatsApp group, feel free to join. That's the WhatsApp link. All right. And from there, so we would like to take a digital snapshot before we go. So I don't know if we can open our videos. So we just take a screenshot, then we are done for today. We can open our videos while I do this from my end. As many of us, you can open your video. Yes. Okay, nice. Thank you for opening. Okay. Let's open our videos. Just give me some minutes. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the final one. Okay, thank you. All right. So till next week, have a great day. Thank you.